She didn't acknowledge me as she casually placed the envelope on the kitchen table. Her attention was fixed on the espresso machine, anticipating its familiar hiss. "Sign it," she stated, devoid of emotion. The directive was as impersonal as a medical procedure. The envelope, a stark and deliberate presence, lingered between us, untouched by my hand. I observed her methodically adding sugar to her coffee, using the same hand that once sported my wedding ring for 7 years. The absence of the ring did not prompt any inquiry from me. The reminiscence of her scent from the night before lingered, along with the memory of her warmth and closeness beneath the sheets, seemingly oblivious to the impending events. Despite my half-awake and naive state, the precision with which she orchestrated the moment left me more disheartened than surprised. After taking a sip of her coffee and momentarily closing her eyes, she uttered the final blow. "You'll need to vacate today," she declared, referencing not just the house we had built together and the mortgage I had diligently paid, but also the life that I believed we were co-creating. It had already become hers, following the reception of a $10.4 million inheritance. Weeks had passed since her mother's unexpected passing, and the contents of the sealed will and trust accounts remained closely guarded secrets. My name had not been mentioned a single time, neither in the obituaries nor in any legal documentation. Her family had always maintained a respectful distance from me, which I had previously misconstrued as mere formality. As it turned out, I was merely a temporary fixture, a stand-in while she bided her time before embracing her true life. Without uttering a word, I proceeded to pack my belongings, retrieved my bag from the top shelf, and headed towards the door. She tread behind me, her tone sharp as she informed me that I was not allowed to take anything from the premises. Despite her protests, I continued to pack my things. Suddenly, the front door burst open, revealing her brothers. Initially quiet, one of them murmured something about avoiding conflict. However, it was already too late for that. As I made a move to grab my bag, she forcefully seized my wrist. I remained steady, unmoving as I felt the strong grip of her brother's hands, callous and familiar, a stark reminder of the blood ties that had deemed me an unwelcome presence. Subsequently, they dragged me out by my hair, unresisting, onto the yard, and eventually onto the street. Even in the face of their aggression, my knee was split open on the concrete just before they closed the door. I uttered one thing in a calm, measured tone: "You will regret this greatly." Regret does not stem from punishment, but from truth, from exposure. People like her never expect you to be watching. 2 days after I was kicked out, I gained access to our shared cloud storage. She had not changed the password yet. It never crossed her mind to do so. While most delete things they are ashamed of, she had meticulously cataloged hers. Photos of him, looking older and thinner, really married. Weekly visits to the same hotel room on Thursdays, receipts and restaurant bills. One receipt stood out: a prenatal massage from 6 months ago. She had claimed the miscarriage was sudden and that it was my fault. I ordered a paternity test kit and reached out to the lab director with a polite email. I still had her discarded toothbrush, which she had used the morning she served me the papers. I bided my time with a smile on my face. When friends called and asked if I was okay, I convincingly lied, telling them I was on a journey of self-discovery and that I was better off. As I waited, her brothers continued to post photos from the backyard, unaware of the storm brewing. During the third barbecue, she was laughing while wearing the watch I had forgotten. She consistently wore black in all of her recent selfies, perhaps her morning money. It took 11 days to receive the results, and I remained composed, not shedding a tear or even blinking. The baby was not mine, confirmed by the DNA test showing the listed man as the biological father. It was a definite match. I printed the report, folded it neatly, placed it in a plain envelope similar to the one she had handed me that morning, and sent it to her work address. No note or return address was included. The following day, she tried calling 3 times, but I chose not to answer. Her text message read, "We need to talk," to which I replied, "No, we don't." The ensuing silence spoke louder than any excuse she could have given. After 2 weeks, a lawyer contacted me regarding a financial discrepancy. It turned out that before her mother's passing, she had temporarily transferred several accounts into my name for tax purposes, unaware that they legally belonged to me. The total amount was between $4.06 to $6 million. I hired a top-notch estate attorney and instructed him to handle the matter thoroughly, discreetly, and conclusively. Naturally, they contested the situation, accusing me of fraud and deceit. Rael, I never spoke to her once. Instead, I sent her another envelope containing a notarized copy